what's going on here? Last video I was tearing it apart, and then in this video it's basically put back together. I've been having a lot of issues with my camera, so I've lost a lot of footage, and obviously once you've built it back up, I'm not going to unbuild it to then put it all back together again just to show the videos. And yeah, it's been all over the place. But if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. If you're already existing, thank you ever so much. And if you keep coming back but you're not yet subscribed, please smash the subscribe button. It will really help me out, and I'm trying to get the channel to grow. On top of that, actually, Sinnis themselves have actually ended up following me on Instagram. Yeah, that has really kind of knocked me back a little bit. But you know you're doing something right when the manufacturer starts following your build. So yeah, big shout out to them. So I'm really kind of shocked and amazed. And yeah, hopefully with this video I have learned that there's a lot of maintenance that needed to be done. Obviously I have abused this bike and I have slightly neglected it, but true to its form though, it's just showing how much this bike can actually take. So when people keep saying that these Chinese bikes aren't any good, well, I've abused the life out of mine, and it was still going pretty strong. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just crack on with the video. Right, so what have I actually done? Well, over here it is now black, which is nice, and the swing arm as well I've managed to put all back. I even actually did the suspension. I set the sag on that. I did actually video it, but unfortunately that's ended up getting lost as well. So as you can see now, the swing arm is black, the back here is black. I put the seat on it just so you can see, you know, what it is like. I did give it all a nice little clean up, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. Other things I did was actually clean up all these bits of frame and a bit on the side engine, just tidy up little bits here and there, make it a little bit glossy. Still need to do that properly. The seats come out super shiny and super spiffing. Now I actually use a product that I get from Halfords. No affiliate, no connection, no sponsorship, no nothing. It's about £10 and I swear by this stuff. Right, back to the bike anyway. Yeah, so as you can see now, the triple clamps are black. I actually painted the top of my suspension as well, so they're a nice little red. Gets everything in keeping. So yeah, so now it's a nice black being met in with a nice triple clamp of the black. Now the other bit that I did do, which a lot of people forget, are the bottom parts of your forks. Now I don't know why people always forget doing that, but it's not really that hard to do, and it looks the nuts. Now in previous videos you may have heard me say that my rear brake was all or nothing. Well, there was a lot of maintenance that needed to be done on the bike that I was sort of semi-aware of, but I'd been a little bit lazy and slacking. And one of them was actually the rear brake. So with the rear brake, I had a nice little look at what kind of condition they were in. Whoever had it before me actually put these little shims in. That was basically not put in right in any way, shape nor form. The backs had come off of the brakes, and as you can see, there's hardly anything left on them. But what's interesting is the wear pattern. See, the wear pattern here, there's a little bit of meat left on this one, there's hardly any on that one. And these two pads were right pushed to one side. So whoever done it before me, the young lad, yeah. So with the brake calipers, I have decided to go red. I just thought it would be fitting with the bike really. And I got that one over there as well. I've sprayed it, I've lacquered it, made sure everything's nice and covered before I do anything. And naturally I'm going to re-bleed the brakes because I was a little bit skeptical about the whole braking system, but I'm going to actually have to sort that out. So I've removed the pins and look at the state of them. Yeah, there's no grease on it, so that was another downside, and there's just so much crap. Now over here I've actually put my chain and it's lubing up really nicely, so that should make the whole bike really function a lot better, especially because I've re-greased all the axles and the headstock, a whole bunch of maintenance that was just in dire desperation of needing to be done. So yeah, when you buy second hand, always make sure and double check everything, because you're going to have a little bit of work to do. at the same time, it's my own fault, I've dragged it through a field. Also, apologies for the amount of mess that I have here. Yeah, everything's a bit everywhere and I'm trying to work on it. One little trick and tip though, which is with your tyres, if you're ever going to paint your rims, get some cardboard from a cereal packet. If you do that, deflate the tyre and just do them about 10 centimetres long, and you can tuck them in, and that will actually let you get round to the back side of the ridge as well, and that way you can paint your rims without ever having to actually take the tyre off. So as I say, I'll take that off now, and bosh, there you go, look at that, it's looking sexy and it's looking brand new. So yeah, that's just a little trick that I came across. So hopefully if you're looking at painting your tyres, or well, your rims, then that's how I do it, and that's basically the results that I get. So I think it's definitely safe to say that these pads need to go in the bin. So we'll put those over there. I do have new pads, but these bolts definitely need a clean. There's no way they're going back on the bike like that. Obviously, get a bit of cloth, tidy them up a bit. You still see there's quite a lot of grit, dirt and grime. So for that, quite simple. Give it a nice little sand. So if you're finding your brakes are sort of really all or nothing, that might really be the culprit. There you go, already that feels a million times better. Because obviously the pads weren't sliding properly on it at all. So yeah. Nice type of copper grease, absolutely essential. So, and these are the pads, brand new, and I'll throw the other ones away, but as you can see there's a hell of a lot more meat there. And then I'm actually gonna proper lube these ones up, because I was not impressed in the state that they were in. And that really kind of does show why my brakes were all or nothing. Obviously, make sure you fold these tabs back in, stop the actual bolts from coming out. So as you see, my brakes basically needed a lot of attention. There's been several things with the bike that actually needed to have maintenance done on them, and honestly I can't wait to get this bike out and about again and have a good blast with it. But unfortunately, now that I kind of need to step my game up, there are a few other things that I want to change. So I'm hoping that in the next episode we're going to start doing some custom side panels, because I've come up with an idea as to how to bring this bike into 2021. And yeah, so for that one I'm looking rather forward to. It's going to get a bit messy and stuff. I'm going to have to use fiberglass and different kind of methods, but yeah, until next time, ride it out.